How many of you have ever heard that 80% of all positions are filled before they're ever advertised? Heard that before? Yeah? Now, I had heard it for years, but I didn't know why until I saw this demonstration, and then it made sense. So if we consider that there's a lifespan of a job opening, let's say there's 3 different phases to the lifespan of a job opening, and here we have the percentage of people getting jobs. And down here we have time. Okay? So consider that at some point there's, well, let's take a hypothetical company, maybe a hypothetical department within a hypothetical company. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about. And, you know, sometimes there's not a job open, right? But by the miracle of creation, all of a sudden there's an opening. Maybe Clarice is moving to Lima, Ohio, right? She's going to be moving in 2 months. Or maybe Joe isn't cutting it. And the boss is starting to think, I got to get rid of Joe. But the boss doesn't want to get rid of Joe until he finds someone to replace Joe, because otherwise he's got to do Joe's job, right? But for whatever reason, there's going to be an opening coming up. Who knows about it?
Joe.
Well, no, but Joe probably doesn't. The boss may know about it, right? Now, what about, and Clarice, if she's moving, everybody kind of knows about that too, right? Okay, but have you ever worked with people who were looking and the boss didn't know? Yeah, that happens all the time, right? So you've got, it could be staff, it could be the boss, but we're going to call whoever it is that knows, we're going to call that group a group in the know. Okay, there's an in the know group. What are they doing with what they know? Say that a little louder.
Sharing with friends and family.
Why?
They want to know that the person that comes in there is somebody that they might be able to work with.
Why? Why can't they just trust that HR is going to get it with somebody?
Yeah, right. That's why Joe is getting booted out the door.
I think they're venting.
They're what?
They're talking to their wife or their husband or their friend going, God, this guy sucks. And that's where someone can say, hey, I got a buddy you might, or that's where the second person is going to go, you know, these guys are looking for somebody you might want to, you know, I can give you her number.
Yeah, so whether it's the boss kvetching to his wife that he's got Joe there, he's not cutting it, or it's the people in the department who know there's going to be an opening because Clarice is leaving, people are talking, right? They're talking to people that they know. Look, if there's a desk beside you, do you want HR to bring in some sniveling weirdo that you're going to be working with all day? Or would you rather a friend or at least an acquaintance that you met here working there? Because at least you feel a little more comfortable with the people you met here than somebody out of the blue, right? Right, so people are talking to people that they know. But so, you know, most people don't use that as their main source of getting their next job. And I'm going to tell you it is your main source. In economies that are challenged, this is the best way. And we're going to talk in a minute about why it's the best way. You don't want to be one of the 10,000. You want to be one of the people that kind of slides in the back door because Jane referred you and you sit down and have coffee with the boss. Right? Way better than going through the front door, which we're going to talk about. So then let's say there's a second phase to a job search. Let's say that it's made public knowledge there is an opening, and we're going to get the requirements over to HR so they can start working on it. How long does that take? It can take a while. I mean, in big companies, whatever, it can take a couple of months, right? And maybe they even know somebody that they want for the job, but they got to go through the procedures, right? It's still got to be posted and all that stuff. But the point is that even when it becomes public knowledge and it's going through the process, you still got time happening. Now, if Joe or Jane job seeker comes up to the company though and says, hey, you got a job, what does HR say? No, they're still not aware, right? It's still not in the official system yet. But the people that are in the know are still talking to people that they know, and people are still coming in and getting jobs. That's why 80% of all jobs are filled before they're ever advertised.
I just asked.
So let's say it makes it, you know, and HR actually gets the requirement, right? Now they're going to post it, they're going to put it online, they're going to put it out to recruiters and everything like that. What's going to happen to HR? What? Yeah. 10,000 resumes are coming in, right? They're going to be inundated. You now, if you're Jane or Joe job seeker that day, they go, yeah, we got a job. Put your resume here with these other 10,000. Yeah, that'd be great, right? So now you're one of 10,000. You have competition from everyone. So that's on your page there. What happens after the position is posted? You have competition from everyone. Kind of makes me think about there's a part in The Grapes of Wrath where Henry Fonda was griping because he found out they were only going to get 15 cents for a bucket of peaches. And he's at the front of the line. He's going, 15 cents, 15 cents. The guy says, look behind you. And there was a line a mile long. Because if you don't like it, somebody else will, right? That's what you get when you're competing with everyone else. You have no negotiation power whatsoever. You don't like it, somebody else will take it, right? You also, let me ask you, how many of y'all have interacted with this type of HR manager? Hi, what's your name? Lauren. Hi, Lauren. We looked at your application and we looked through your background. You don't really have, the skills set and everything that we're looking for. And I know you've interviewed with a couple people, but you know what? We think you can do this job, though. So we're gonna go for it. We're gonna hire you. We're gonna hope you work out well. How many of you met that HR person?
Never.
They don't exist, right? No, you've got adversarial interviews. That's the next little blank there. Adversarial interviews. Because when you're going through the front door and you're meeting the HR, and God bless HR people, okay? God bless them. But they got a tough job to do. They got to whittle one person out of 10,000. Are you an HR person? Okay, good. Just make sure, they're not wrong, but they got to whittle, and correct me if anything I'm saying is wrong, but they got to whittle one person out of 10,000. And so therefore, they got to find the kinks. They're looking from the perspective of what's not right about you. Right? Where are you lying? You're lying somewhere, I'm going to find it. Right?